nutrition and what we will see in nutrition today. We will see about various activities which are present or listed in this chapter. Coming to the very first activity related to photosynthesis in nutrition lesson is Ingenhousz experiment or Hydrilla-Twiggs experiment. Generally, we all are aware of Hydrilla-Twiggs experiment, but it was given by Jan Ingenhousz in the year 1779. So, he is the one who discovered about green plants produce oxygen during light or in the presence of light by the process of photosynthesis. So, what is the aim? To prove that oxygen is produced during photosynthesis in the presence of light or sunlight. Apparatus required. So, what are the apparatus required here? A pair of test tubes, a pair of beakers, Hydrilla or Elodea twigs. So, we all know Elodea or Hydrilla are water plants. A pair of funnels, a matchbox with sticks. Procedure. The procedure to be followed is we have to arrange the apparatus as shown in the figure. We need to prepare or make two identical sets so that we can observe the differences and find out the reason and result accurately. So, firstly, place some twigs of water plant like Hydrilla or Elodea in a short stem funnel and keep it in a beaker. So, what we have to do first, place some twigs of water plant like Hydrilla or Elodea in a short stemmed funnel. So, you can see it in the figure and keep it in a beaker. Nextly, then pour water in the beaker. So, what we have to do secondly, we have to add water to the beaker. Invert a test tube full of water over the stem of the funnel. Ensure that the level of water present in the beaker is above the level of the funnel, so which is inverted. So, what we have to see, the third step, we have to take a test tube, fill it with water, and we have to invert it and place over the stem of the funnel, and we have to ensure that means we have to make sure that the level of water which is present in the beaker is above the level of the funnel which is already inserted or inverted. Place one apparatus in the sun and another one in dark. So, as I have earlier mentioned, we have to take two sets of apparatus. One is to be placed in the sun and the another is to be kept in the dark. Keep the apparatus in for 2 to 3 hours. So, sometimes it may take more hours. So, generally what our textual material is, keep the apparatus in sunlight for 2 to 3 hours, in dark for 2 to 3 hours. After 2 to 3 hours, we would see that there is air in the place of water filled in the setup that is kept in sunlight. So, what we will observe at the end or after 2 to 3 hours, we would see that there is air in the place of water filled in the setup that is kept in sunlight. It is actually a gas that will be collected in the test tube. So what is it? It is actually a gas that which is collected in the test tube due to the bubble formation. Now observe the apparatus which is set in the dark. So as we have observed, which is in the light or sunlight, we can see bubble formation and air is filled. When we observe the apparatus which is kept in dark, and we can see, is there any difference in the amount of gas collected in both the setups? We can see that very less or very trace amounts of gas is collected in the setup which is in the dark. So finally we can go for the test and the result. We can test the gas present in the test tube by inserting a glowing matchstick which would burst into flames. So how can we test? We can test the gas present in the test tube by inserting a glowing matchstick which would burst into flames. This shows the gas produced is oxygen or O2, and hence we can prove that oxygen is produced during photosynthesis. So one more thing, the care is to be taken while removing the test tube. We have to close the test tube with the thumb finger so that gas is not escaped outside, so that we can get the result. Today's activity is moles half-leaf experiment or CO2 half-leaf experiment. So this was given by Mole scientist. So on his name the experiment is familiar. So what is our aim? To prove that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. So what is our aim in this experiment? To prove that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. So carbon dioxide is one of the major factors responsible for having photosynthesis by plants. So we will check it out whether carbon dioxide is necessary or simply the statement is given. Apparatus required: destarched plant, wide mouthed bottle, KOH solution, vertically splitted cork, iodine solution. So I have mentioned here destarched plant, a potted destarched plant. So how to destarch a plant? So in order to destarch a plant, we have to keep the plant in darkness for 6 days or 1 week. Generally we say it in a week. So what happens in 1 week? If we keep the plant in dark, the plant which has already prepared the photosynthetic food material gets consumed and the plant will be out of starch. So we can say the plant as destarched plant with wilted leaves. So how the procedure is followed? The procedure to be followed is, firstly, the setup or the apparatus is to be arranged as it is shown in the figure. A potted plant which is destarched by keeping it in darkness or in dark is taken. Then a wide mouth transparent bottle is taken and KOH is poured in the bottle. So firstly what we did, we took a potted plant, and then what was the potted plant like? It was like a destarched one, or it is a destarched one. So then we will take it a wide mouth transparent bottle. So in the transparent bottle, what we have poured? We have poured KOH solution, potassium hydroxide solution. So in the earlier classes, we know that potassium hydroxide has the ability to remove or absorb carbon dioxide. So that is the reason why we take KOH solution here. Then one of the leaves of the destarched plant is inserted through the split cork into the transparent bottle. So as I have earlier mentioned, so that the potted plant is selected, and the leaves which are broad and long ones are selected, and they are inserted into the transparent bottle with the help of splitted cork. The entire apparatus is kept in the sunlight at least for 4 to 5 hours or few hours. Generally in our textbook it is given few hours, so we can consider it 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 hours, depends upon the activity and upon the sunlight availability. So why we will keep it in sunlight? The photosynthetic process has to take place. Later, the leaf is detached from the potted plant and taken for testing starch. So after 4 to 5 hours or few hours, we will detach the leaf which is inserted in the transparent bottle, and it is taken for testing whether that leaf consists of or contains starch. So what will be our observation then? Our observation will be the starch formed in the leaf part which is placed outside the bottle due to the photosynthetic activity. So what we will observe? So the starch formed in the leafy part which is placed outside the bottle is due to the photosynthetic activity, and hence it turns to what color? So we know that if starch is present, the color obtained is blue-black color. So we can confirm that starch is produced in the outer portion of the leaf which was kept in the transparent bottle. So the half of the leaf got turned into blue-black color. The part of the leaf which is inside the bottle doesn't change or turns to blue-black color. Okay, so what happened here? The entire leaf is tested with iodine solution, but what happened? The half of the leaf portion which was outside the bottle is turned to blue-black color. So we can say that due to the photosynthetic activity, the leaf got turned to blue-black color, and the leaf which was kept inside the bottle which containing KOH solution does not turn to blue-black color. The reason for the above is the carbon dioxide which is produced or present inside the bottle is absorbed by KOH solution. So as I have earlier mentioned, we know that KOH is capable of absorbing CO2. So here what happened? The carbon dioxide which is present inside the bottle is absorbed by KOH solution. From the above statement or from the above experiment, we can prove that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. So by this Moll's half-leaf experiment, we can successfully prove by a direct activity or a live example that in order to perform photosynthesis by plant, that plant require carbon dioxide. So in this activity there is a precaution to be taken. What is the precaution? Precaution is care is to be taken and see that the leaf tip which is in the glass bottle is not touched with the surface of the KOH solution. That is the reason why we kept the bottle slant. So the care is taken, the leaf is not to be touched with the KOH solution. Otherwise the entire activity will be ruined or spoiled, as it will absorb the entire CO2 produced by the leaf. Ganong's light screen experiment or black paper experiment. In some books we will see Ganong's, either it is Ganong's or Ganong's, both are the same. What is the aim? The aim is to prove that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. What are required? Required materials for this activity is potted plant which is already discharged for a week, light screen and iodine solution. The procedure which is to be followed: the apparatus has to be set up or arranged as shown in the figure. Leaf is selected and covered with black paper on which a cut design is made. So generally we can take a black paper which is not having any design, but for some to check they will make different designs like yes, star and all. So all this depends upon the person who is doing the activity. The paper inserted on the leaf is fixed in such a way that no light passes through the black paper. So why we will take this care and why we will fix the paper in such a way? So if we keep the paper very loose or simply over the leaf, maybe when we keep it in sunlight it may move or slide, so the exact result we may lose. So in order to avoid such problems, we will fix the leaf in such a way that no light passes through it and there will be no differences in the result of the activity. The entire apparatus is kept in sunlight for 4 to 5 hours or a few hours, generally what is mentioned. So after that, after a few hours of exposure to sunlight, the leaf which is covered with the black paper is tested for starch with the help of iodine solution. So after 4 or 5 hours, the leaf is removed or detached from the plant and is tested for starch. So how we will test for starch? We know that iodine solution is used for testing starch. We will observe that the only parts of the leaf which are exposed or received sunlight are turned to blue-black color, which shows the presence of sunlight. So here what we have observed? We have observed that the part of the leaf which is received sunlight and which are not received. These two parts are there. So the part of the leaf which are receiving sunlight either through black paper or from directly sunlight turn to blue black color. This shows the presence of starch by turning into blue black color. And finally, inference will be by the above experiment and observations, we can prove that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. So by Ganang's experiment, we can successfully prove that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. Methylated spirit experiment to test for starch in leaves. In the previous classes, we have discussed about Moll's leaf experiment and hydroelectric experiment related to photosynthesis. This is the next experiment, which is one of the important one in chapter nutrition. So by this experiment, we can test for starch in the leaves which are produced during photosynthesis. So what is our aim? Our aim is to prove the presence of starch in leaves. So what are the required materials for the experiment? The required materials for experiment are beaker, ethanol, water, test tube or boiling tube, tripod stand, Bunsen burner, petri dish and green leaf. For this experiment, we need chemical reagents also. So what are the chemical reagents required for this experiment? The chemical reagents required for this experiment are methylated spirit and iodine solution. Coming to the procedure, so what procedure we should follow? The first thing what we have to do is we have to set up the arrangement as we have shown in the figure. So the experiment will be done by doing this as arranged in the figure. So what we have to do firstly we have to select a leaf. So how the leaf should be? The leaf should be healthy and without any wiltedness on it or any dark spots on it. So a healthy green leaf is selected or taken from the potted plant. Then the leaf is put into a test tube which is containing methylated spirit. So why we'll keep the leaf in methylated spirit? The leaf is kept in methylated spirit for boiling or having water bath. So up to what time we will water bath the leaf? So we will water bath the leaf until it becomes pale white color. So what happens or why it becomes pale color? So because of the presence of methylated spirit and on our water bath, the leaves will lose chlorophyll which are present in it. Coming to the next step, what happens? So after the leaf becomes pale white color, the leaf is removed or taken from the boiling tube and is placed over a petri dish. So what we will do? So after the boiling is completed, we will remove the leaf or take the leaf from the boiling tube and is placed over a petri dish. So next step, what we will do? So if we have a doubt whether all the chlorophyll is lost or not, we will cleanse it with fresh water. With the help of fresh water, the leaf is cleansed so as to confirm that there is no chlorophyll remained on the leaf. Then a few drops of tincture iodine solution or betadine solution is added. So if there is no availability of tincture iodine solution in the lab, we can use betadine solution, which also gives the result as it gives with tincture iodine solution. Now we have to observe the leaf, what changes occurred in the leaf. our observations. So what our observations will be? When we added iodine solution on the leaf, onto the leaf turned into blue-black color. So what it shows? It shows the presence of starch. So we already know that iodine is used for testing starch. So the end result will be blue-black color. So here also we got the blue-black color. So this shows that the leaf has starch. So our inference will be, by concluding all the experiment process and procedure, we will infer that based on the above experiment, it is proved that starch is produced in photosynthesis. So our conclusion will be that starch is produced in photosynthesis. So what our experiment? Our experiment is methylated spirit experiment. This also proves that starch is produced in photosynthesis.